Yo, what up? DarrenG here. I'm about to show you how to track out your beats in the MPC, only. No need for DAW system or interface or anything. Okay, so I'm on the load screen right when I boot up my MPC. I'm gonna go load up my beat. It's called DarrenG. Alright. Alright, DarrenG. There's my DarrenG beat. Yeah. Get it. Ooh, nasty. That's just dropping on War Machines. Alright, so what you want to do is, first thing you want to do is you want to go and you want to create a signal sound. And when I say a signal sound, I'm talking about a sound that's going to trigger your track to start recording. Now, I don't want you to get confused by using a kick or a snare. You want to find something that's totally different from anything that's inside your beats. A shout out, somebody saying your name. Right now, I have a shout out from Killer Priest saying DarrenG Beats. So that's my signal sound. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load up my signal sound. PRDG. There it is right there. Priest DarrenG. So I'm going to load that up. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my program, and it got samples in here and stuff. I'm going to find one that doesn't have a sample. Down here I got a pad that doesn't have a sample, and I'm going to assign my signal sound to it. Okay. So there's my signal sound. So when I hit this, it goes
DarrenG Beats.
Alright, so I'm like
DarrenG Beats. DarrenG Beats.
Alright, so there's my signal sound. Now what you want to do is, there's my sequence, my beat sequence. You want to create a new sequence. So go to the next one. I'm on sequence 8. You don't have to name it, it's not a big deal. But what I want you to do is check your BPMs. It doesn't really matter, but it's not going to hurt. So change your BPMs to the same. Mine are 88. So my new sequence, which is going to be my signal sequence. Okay, so here I'll just change that. So there's my signal sequence. Okay, signal sequence. There's my beat sequence. Alright, now I want you to check on your beat sequence how many tracks you have. On this one I have 5. Okay, it's gonna be easy track out. Some people can have anywhere from 20 to 100, whatever. I don't know how many your MPC is gonna hold, how many you use personally. So the key is you find the last track of your beat. So the next one's empty, number 6. That's the one you want to put your signal sound on. Okay, so now I'm on track 6. I'm gonna go up to my new sequence called signal. Okay, my signal sequence. Now I'm gonna record Killer Priest
DarrenG
beats on my signal sequence in track 6, which is after my last track on the beat. Okay, so
DarrenG Beats.
alright, so DarrenG Beats, and I got 2 bars, 2-bar loop, signal. So it says DarrenG Beats, and then the rest of the 2 bars just runs with nothing in it, just no sounds or anything. That's what you want. You want a space in between your signal sound and your beat. Okay, so
DarrenG Beats.
Boom, and then I got the rest of a bar. Boom, there you go. Alright, now what I want you to do is I want you to go to song mode, and you're going to create a whole new sequence. But this time you're going to put your signal sequence first, and you're going to put your beat sequence second. Okay, so now when you hit this, you're going to hear your signal sound play. Then there's going to be some dead noise, and then your beat's gonna start.
DarrenG Beats.
There you go. That's what you want. Now I want you to convert this to a new sequence. It doesn't matter if you name it. Okay, so song 1, because you're not gonna save this. This is just so you can track it out. You don't want to, save this as a sequence, get confused and stuff. So now I got my new tracking out sequence. Okay. Now I'm gonna go down here, and track 6 is the signal sound. You don't want to mute that one ever. Okay, that one's gonna stay on no matter what. It only plays in the beginning, and then that's it. Okay. The rest of these, I want you to mute the rest of these. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all muted, 6 is not. Okay. Now on the first track, go ahead and unmute it. Now that's my snare, I already know. So when I play it, plays the signal sound, and then the snare will pop in. It's going to take a little second because the beginning of my beat is a sample intro. So snare will drop, boom, right there, and it'll keep going. Boom, this whole track's going to be snare, okay? But the beginning of the track still has the signal sound, okay? So now I'm going to go over to mode record, go to main out, give myself enough room to do the beat, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever you want to do, however long your beat is. Okay, now this is the key, okay? When you click record right here, it gives you the option to wait for the input signal or to start the recording on your own. You start the recording on your own, you're relying on your own ability to make everything on point. That's not going to work, okay? So cancel that. You have to rely on the MPC's ability to line everything up perfect, okay? Now, so when you push record and it's waiting for your input signal, that's where your signal sound comes into play. So when I push the beat to start, the first thing that's going to play is Killer Priest saying DarrenG Beats. Now, the MPC is going to start recording off of that signal, okay? So,
DarrenG
boom, it just starts recording. As soon as it hears that, it starts recording, okay? So, waiting for the input signal, boom, starts recording, okay? That's the key to lining everything up perfect, because if that sound is in the same spot and you rely on this same ability to wait for the signal, it's going to line up everything perfect, okay? So I go record, I'm waiting for signal,
DarrenG
beats, alright? Bam. So I'm waiting. I'm going to let it play out for a little bit. So this one's going to be the snare track. Boom, there goes the snare track, okay? I'll let it play for a second. Yeah. Alright. So, stop it. Okay, it wants you to keep it. So, you're going to rename it. I'm going to rename this. It's called Dungeon, so I'm going to rename it DUN, short for Dungeon. TR for track. And then 1. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. You could do it another way. You could do Dungeon, DUN, short for your beat name, space. You could put SN for snare. Either way, you want to, just label it so you know what you're working with, okay? So, Dungeon, track 1. I'm going to enter that. It recorded it. So, I'm going to keep that, okay? But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to mode save. And inside my memory, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save Dungeon track 1, okay? And when I save that, it's going to save it into my card, so it's not on my RAM. So I got the track out. See that? It's on the actual memory card. So now I can remove it from the RAM. So I'm going to go mode trim. Boom, it's the first thing that pops up, okay? And I'm going to take this, go to window, and I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And you're like, what? You just did that. Why would you delete that track? Because I need the room. Okay? So I deleted that track. So now when I go to record, I still have enough room. If you do this too many times, you got too many tracks, you're just going to start running out of RAM on your MPC. So just do this and you'll eliminate any problems or headaches. Boom. So I already got that one saved. There we go. Go back to main. I'm on track 1. I'm going to mute my snare now. Okay. Now I'm going to jump to the next track. Unmute it. This one should be
DarrenG Beats.
percussion. Something like that. So a little further in, it's going to drop. You already heard the signal sound. There it is right there. So I'm going to go to record. Now I'm going to push record. Wait for the signal.
DarrenG.
There it is. Now this is going to record. I'll let it record for a second. Let the percussion drop in. Okay. There it is. Alright. I'm going to stop it. Of course you're going to let it go as long as your beat is. Now I'm going to rename this one. And since you already put in the other one, it's going to have it preloaded with the same name. So you just have to change it slightly. So I'm going to change to Dungeon Track 2. Boom. DUN space TR2. Okay. Enter. I'm just going to keep this one. Now I'm going to go to mode, save. Now I'm going to save that one same way I did the last one in my memory card. So now as you see, I have track 1 and track 2. And then you go back to trim. Make sure you go ahead and delete it out of your RAM. Make sure you have the room. So now if I go into the memory card, you see these 2 tracks right here. These are precisely lined up. So now if I take all my tracks, if I kept this going and I got all 5 of my tracks done, and I took each one of them and I lined them up in a, I just put them, I didn't even need to line them up, I just put them in a DAW system, and then I, slammed them to the left, they would all line up perfect. So this is how you track out your beats in the MPC. Yo, DarrenG out. Peace.